all I can say. There's no other adjective for Henry T right now. Because, you know, we hear the word legend a lot in our community. But I'll tell you what, today we can put an exclamation point next to the word legend. All caps, and introduce my guest. And you've heard the expression, he needs no introduction. Marvin Johnson. How are you, buddy?
Good, Henry. How you doing?
Man, I could shake your hand, but the governor would be here with the state police. I can't shake your hand today, man.
It's a new world, I tell you. It's a new world.
Crazy?
Yeah. Something we got to deal with, so we got to deal with it to get through it. As they say, we get through it together.
What a thrill for me as a professional to reunite with a guy I grew up with. Right out of college, they said, Henry T, you're the voice of the Lobos. And I said, really?
Yeah.
And I'm there stumbling and fumbling, but I got to meet you and Michael Cooper and Willie Howard and Phil Abney and all of them. And what a year, huh? 25-4, 13-1 in the WAC, and a special night, March 2nd. 1978, 18,101 fans. What a night.
Yeah.
And you were there with 50 points.
I was there.
Still, the school single game scoring record. How often do you have to recall that story?
A couple of times a week at least. 40 years down the road, you know, people, Lobo fans here, they remember that night.
Yeah. Well, tell me about that night. I mean, the day you wake up and you go through your regular stuff.
Yeah. I go through my, you know, you have your routine you go through. And actually that day I was kind of coughing, had a little, it was, you know, in the beginning of March. And so I was kind of had a cold. You know, it wasn't a cold that was going to keep me from playing, but, you know, I had some sniffles. And I, you know, playing Colorado State. I think we had to win the game to clinch. And just went out and, you know, nothing special than what I normally did. It's just one of those nights where, you know, like they say, the perfect storm happened.
Wow. You know, what a mistake. I don't mind underlining the word mistake in caps, too. To take out 4,000 seats out of that unique, unbelievable arena known throughout the world, and some guy comes along here and takes 4,000 seats out of that famous place. It's not the same.
It's not the same. It's not the same. I mean, we've lost so many NCAA games that would have been here if we'd had 18,000, and they hardly ever come anymore because, you know, you need a minimum number. We had 18,000. When I was at UNM, we were first and second in attendance in the nation.
Every year.
Every year. We were second in the nation as a team that year. So, I mean, it was that year. Remember the slogan? Make it happen.
Amen. And you
made it happen. Yeah.
You made it happen. You know, it ended with a heartbreak, but I tell you, there were so many thrills in that season, Marvin. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was.
Finish the description of that day, that night, how you felt coming down the ramp. Look up, it's full.
Yeah. Oh, that's always the adrenaline rush. You get it. You know, you're coming down the ramp there. You know, the earlier that year I had broke Ben Monroe's record in December. He had a record of 45, and I scored 48 against Kentucky State. So I actually set the record and broke it in the same year within a 2-month period.
Wow.
So it was twice that year I had 48. One night game I had 48, and then, like I say, 2 or 3 months later I had the 50. And this was before the 3-point line.
How many for Marvin had we had the 3-point scoring line? How many do you think? How many do you think?
I think 65. You probably ask me another, 3 or 4 years down the road, I'll probably tell you 70. As you get older, the legend grows.
You were smooth, though.
Yeah, probably been about 65. I mean, just the shots that I took. I mean, if we had a 3 and you could take threes, I don't know, what it would have been. But probably realistically, probably 65.
Flynn Robinson, Wyoming, a great player, but way before Marvin. And you knew you were 2 points away from having your own record.
Right.
And it was a special moment, as you recall. All right? Coops got the ball.
Get him, Marv. Get Marvin the ball. Get him the ball. Yeah.
2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
You're near the top of the key.
Uh-huh.
I can see it. And you delivered the most beautiful jump shot of all time. It was so clean. It ripped that net down.
Yeah, I left the game with like a minute, 40 seconds still in the game.
To get the standing O.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I'd have stayed in, I might have had, who knows, another 4 or 5 points.
And it still stands
after
to
all
this day.
Yeah.
Even though there's a 3-point shot.
Right.
Tough
it's
to
a close
do.
3-point shot. College is a close 3-point shot. So,
yeah.
I'm amazed that it's still there. Yeah, it's close. And at one point, it was closer than that. When it first came out, it was probably, 6 inches closer.
To own that record, to own all those great memories of that incredible season, and you were there, what does all that Lobo era mean to you?
Oh, it was part of my life, part of growing up. As you look back on it, now that I'm 63, you're looking back on your life when you're growing up. That was one of the highlights of my life was that night. It was great. I mean, and I still do basketball programs, training and stuff with children. And that helps to get me in the door. The parents, the grandparents know me and say, he's good. These guys today that would like him. So they remember me, and it helps with my getting my foot in the door and get some credibility. People know my name, and we.
Wow. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll never forget, that was my rookie year as the voice of the Lobos, a broadcaster, and I inherit this team at UNM.
Yeah.
Storm and Norman, flamboyant and long hair and turquoise and all his legendary stuff. What a remarkable entertainer. And he loved you, Marvin.
Yeah.
The last time I had you on the radio with me when I was over at ESPN,
right,
and I had you and Coach on,
right,
he cried that day.
Yeah. He came and got me up from Texas. Sent John Wisner over there, and we can't. He had a tough year that year before. Remember, he had the team just walked out on him.
Yeah,
they walked out on him, and he said he had to have me to be a part of the program. I thought it was just coaching and stuff, but he really felt it. He was great as a coach.
What bottom lined it? Why did you come here?
Well, I was looking for a place that I could come to play. I left for junior college, and when I left that junior college, I was a leading scorer in the nation. I averaged 35 points a game. Coming here from Howard County Junior College in Big Spring, Texas. So I wanted to play right away, and I knew I could come here and really have to compete for it. I was competing against Steve Davis, and Coach Wisner told me, somebody in that spot, Steve Davis is a guy you can come here, and we think you can beat him out. If you can't beat him out, then you're not what we think you are.
Wow.
He said he's a hard-nosed guy. He can go there. He said, he said it's this white guy here named Steve Davis, white boy here named Steve Davis. He's a hard-nosed player. We think if you can beat him out, we're what you think you are. If
and
you can't, then you're not. Steve was tough. Steve pushed me. Oh, yeah, he did. He was tough. Tough-nosed guy. Yep.
To play with Coop, your longtime forever friend.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are magical together. Willie Howard, athleticism like maybe I've never seen.
Yeah.
Jimmy Allen.
Right.
Abney, Saunders.
Yeah. Mark Felix.
Jimmy
Allen. That's probably the nucleus team. Yeah. Yeah.
How good were you guys? Yeah, Tell me. Bottom line.
We were good. I mean, we knew we were good after we were up against Syracuse University. They were number 1 in the country at that time. And we played them in our Christmas tournament. Our Christmas tournament used to be a big deal.
Yeah.
And we played them and should have beat them. And we knew then that, we could do something if we,
As
get it
the
together.
season progressed, the whole nation was looking at the Lobos.
Right.
You couldn't buy a ticket. You couldn't steal a ticket to watch the Lobos.
Right.
But the whole nation was watching this team.
Yeah, that was back in the days. It was like only 2 poles. There was only, you could get the games. They weren't everywhere all the time like they are now. So, yeah, when they focused on you, it was the whole nation.
Yeah, all the pundits, all the experts were saying, keep your eyes on New Mexico.
Yeah, we were picked to come out of the West to play. We're in the West, and we were going to go back and play Kentucky, was going to be the team we played in the first round. And everybody was talking about that. And that's probably what happened to us over at Cal State Fullerton. We were looking forward to that. and not taking care of business at hand. You know, we're looking too far down the road, and they slipped up on us at night and they beat us by 3. That was a heartbreak.
The game at Tempe with Cal State Fullerton.
Sure.
Biggest heartbreak I think I've ever had in my profession was that afternoon. Arizona State University gymnasium was all turquoise and cherry and silver.
Yeah.
It was all Lobos.
Yeah. We took it over.
And on the way there, man, beep, 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 Lobo fans honking, going by, signs everywhere. Unbelievable, make it happen stickers.
Make it happen everywhere, yeah. Yeah, you hope for that that can come back now. You know, let's see what this year brings, and hopefully, you know, they can get back to that kind of excitement here.
I hope so.
We need it.
What do you think of the current era?
It's too, you know, erratic. This is you get a spread, you think everything is turning around, and then falls back, goes 2 steps forward, 4 steps back, and
wow.
It's too much to me. It's too much turnover in personnel, so I'm not sure what is the cause of that.
Yeah, I got to fix that
because they've had great athletes. They've had some great athletes. It's from my observation.
Let's finish that early part. We get upset by Fullerton. The season's overall crying 99 tears on the way home. Unbelievable. Right. How did you feel that day?
It's like it was a nightmare. A nightmare that lasted probably about a week or 10 days. It's unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that hurt.
And you know, during the season when you're playing a game and you lose a game, you could always focus on the next game. Get you out of there. But that was the last game of our season. That was the last game of our college career. There's nothing you could do but just reminisce about if this, if that, or man, what?
And you could feel Final Four, could you not?
Oh yeah, we had been living in our minds. We had been, you know, we should have been there, but we didn't take care of business at hand.
Oh. Well, then, season's over. Now they offer you a contract. The NBA came calling. What happened?
I went to Chicago. And if you remember back in that time when I finished school, the NBA was, this is how popular it was. It was videotape delayed at 10:30 at night. They were averaging 5,000 fans per game. They didn't even know if the NBA was going to make it. So, you know, life is about timing. And that was timing as far as my basketball career goes. Timing was bad because they had the ABA at that time. Mm-hmm. The ABA had folded, so 4 or 5 veterans came to that team, and you could only have 11 men on the team at that time because, there was no money. They thought the NBA was going to fold. So everybody had a no-cut contract when I went to camp, so there was no way I was going to make the team. Everybody had a no-cut contract. And so you just got, like I said, timing, got caught up in the wrong situation.
And wrong team?
Well, I think it was the wrong team for me because they were a slowdown team. They were a deliberate team. They had a guy named Artis Gilmore, a big, you know, everybody that was in the days would pound the ball, get it to the big man. You know, you take 15 seconds up the 24-second clock to get him set up, and that wasn't my style. I was hoping I would have got drafted by Boston or somebody like that at that time, you know, up and down team. It just, you know, that's like I said, that's life's the flow of life. It just happened like that way. So, and then I tweaked my knee a little bit, and then it was just.
You're celebrity in this state, probably nationwide when they hear your name, but in this state today, I was at the pit watching you still sign autographs.
Yeah, people
come on, man.
Yeah, people, like I say, people, especially young kids, their parents and grandparents know that's about Marvin Johnson. They say, "Who's that?" He said, "Well, he scored 50." So the kids, 50 points.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, sure, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And you know they have you guys come out from the past teams, and they give your name, and you get the loudest cheer every time. That's gotta feel great.
Yeah. People remember that night. Yeah, and I've been around. I got a lot of alumni that's been through our program with basketball. So people
today
people still remember.
you're successful giving and giving and giving. That's all you've done in your lifetime is made a difference in people's lives, especially kids.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on today?
I mean, in my philosophy, you just try to, when you see someone, you want to try to make them feel better than was before they met you. So, you put you putting your best foot forward, and someone asks me a question or about something, I'll try to give them what I think it is or whatever. Just try to stay positive in life.
All right, I just bought some brand new sneakers, got a brand new ball. We'll go down in the pit. Nobody there, but maybe Paul Weir, Marvin, and Henry T. We'll play to 20 baskets, not points, baskets.
Yeah.
What are my chances, Marvin?
You believe? See what this shirt I have on, Henry? That's our logo in our program. BYI. Believe in yourself.
Wow.
That's where everything starts right there. So you believe in yourself, you can do it?
Come on, man. There are some things that are impossible. That's one of them. I will not put up Henry T's skills in horse, pig, or whatever we play to this man. You still have it? Seriously.
I still have a shot. I mean, I'm a designated shooter. Just put me in the spot and just let me, a designated pitcher and a special.
Beautiful swish shots.
Still shooting. Yeah. You sure? I don't play like games and stuff, but I do. Like with the, with the program, of course, you got to demonstrate. So I can still do that. I'm still able to do that.
Has there ever been like a time where you had to, like in front of a student body, be Marvin Johnson again, and you get out there and they're expecting you to make that basket,
right? And
the pressure's on.
Yeah. A couple of times I hadn't played for a while, and then I was at a deal. I had shot for a while. Man, I clanged about 3 in a row before. It ain't automatic. I said, that's right. I'm semi-automatic now.
Mark Felix, Mike Stewart, Delinsky. I mean, all those great names of the Lobo era that you were in. Mm-hmm. You stay in touch with those guys because they're still the beloved Lobo team of all time.
Yeah, a lot of people think our team was probably the best team that's been here up to this point. But I don't. I see you guys around. Actually, about 2 months ago, I ran into Rich Pekorski. I was leaving. I go to the gym, and he was out walking, and when I left the gym, I took a walk, and I passed him, and he came back. He asked me if it was Marvin, and I recognized him. So you see guys like that run into him around town, but like Cooper. I hadn't talked to Cooper in probably a couple of years. I think he's in Pasadena, California.
Yeah. You have a special relationship with Coop?
Yeah, when I see him, everything's cool. Yeah.
You reminisce?
No, just kind of catch up on where we've been, what we're doing, stuff like that. But when you're like that, you don't have to say words.
Did you marvel at his success?
Oh, absolutely. All those 5 championships. That was unbelievable. He had an unbelievable career.
Yeah.
And he's had a great career coaching as well. I mean,
he went to the right spot for him.
He went home, and that was great. And the team needed what he had to play. It was his style, and he made it happen.
If they'd have sent you to play with Maravich, could you have hung in there?
Maravich? Was he? I don't know if he was at Boston at that time.
He was with the Jazz.
The Jazz? Oh, I don't remember the Jazz. I don't remember their style of play.
But that would have been back home.
That would have been better. Yeah. I'm in Louisiana. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would have helped, sure. Yeah, but, like I say, just played out like it played.
Well, I know you're under some time restrictions today, but there'll be a day when we can bring you back, and we'll have Coop right there and you right here, and I don't know, Jimmy Allen over here. But it would be another thrill for me professionally to meet with you guys again.
Yeah, well, you can make it happen.
Hey, and you know what? As we look back, I was a rookie.
Yeah.
But you guys made me into a veteran.
You were.
I had to be.
You're a legend. You're a legend around here. Speaking of legends, you're Henry T., the legend. You in that category, too.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Well, I'm going to let you go. But what a thrill. We can't shake hands as we part today, but how about a little helping hand, motivational paragraph for the team that's here today? Without 18,000, only 14,000 watch Paul Weir's team. What do you think of the immediate future for Lobo basketball?
For Lobo basketball, like I said, 2 or 3 guys have left the team since they finished the season. So I don't know who's there. I don't know who's been brought in. So it's only just a hope that, whatever the turnover, like I said, my biggest deal with them, with the Lobos, my biggest deal is, number one, is I don't think the players know their role. A lot of players are lacking the knowledge of what they do, what their lane is. There are too many. Everybody doesn't know their role on the team, and the turnover as far as personnel, people coming and going, and they're not able to gel. Like I say, for a couple of games, they look like they have it together, and all of a sudden somebody will get kicked off the team or do something wrong, get kicked off, and then they're not speaking. And this guy that is. I'm not sure what's going on.
What do you say to your fans right now as you depart and leave us here today? Because they appreciate you. Do you appreciate them?
Oh yeah. I would just say thanks for all the support when I was at UNM and all the years since I've left there. That people, like I say, the most obvious is the kids that come to my program, the parents that send them, really appreciate it. Our program will get started again once APS is back in session. We're on hold right now because of the pandemic. So we'll be, as soon as we get the go-ahead from APS, rules are in place or whatever we have to do to make everybody safe. We're not going to open until everybody is safe and we can do the best job we can as far as people safety, and we just have to wait to see what happens.
Finally, I'm writing a book. It's about Coach Norm Ellenberger, and he loved you. He loved that team.
He was that team.
He cried when you talk about that team.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on Coach Norm? And I remember one practice you guys hated him because he was a tough practice coach.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was all about preppers. You prepare on the floor. Once the game time started, it's just you just kind of tweak things here and there, but you got ready. You play the way you practice. You practice the way you play. That was one of his favorite sayings. If you play it hard every time you're on the floor in practice, it's easily going to happen in a game. If you take it seriously in practice, you're going to take it seriously in a game. So he was a great coach. A lot of players go to college and they're looking for like a father figure to do this and be a coach. Norm wasn't that. Norm was a great basketball coach, and I appreciate that. He taught me the game. He's been the most influential coach in my throughout my basketball career.
Last statement. Bobby Knight shared with me, when there's a minute left in the game, we get a timeout. You want a coach to win the game for you in 1 minute with some strategy? He said Norm Ellenberger was one of the greatest ever. You were in that situation many times.
Yeah.
Was he a brilliant coach under pressure?
Yeah, he was. I would agree with Bobby Knight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go have a great day. You made our day.
Yeah. Well, you have a great day too, Henry. I appreciate you having me.
Wow.
Look forward to the next time.
We will do it, and we'll do it even better, and we'll have a couple of buddies with you next time.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Just everybody out there, be safe and, take care of yourself the best you can and try not to live in fear.
Do not live in fear.
Don't live in fear. Don't live in fear.
Hey, helping hand. We got 20 seconds. You got a camp coming up. We need to sign up.
Yeah, no, we don't have anything yet because everything is on hold. Everything is TBA.
But heads
to be
up.
announced. But we just waiting to where we can run a gym from APS. APS has all their facilities closed right now.
All right. Pretend high five.
Bam!
Marvin Johnson, what a thrill for Henry T. to have Mr. Automatic with all of us today. See you later. This is Henry T. GameFace Live. We're rising up, and we're in competition, so be paying attention and spread the word that Henry T. is making the comeback right here. Thanks again, Marvin.
Yeah, thank you, Henry. All the best with your comeback.
Thank you, man.
You can do it. Hang in there.
See you later.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. Take care. I could look at that video, that interview with Marvin, every day the rest of my life. Vividly are the memories of all his teammates, all those great players, all the great games, the fascinating pit, University Arena, home of the Lobos. Wow, what a place. And unfortunately, it'll never be the same unless somebody says, okay, here's $1 billion. Go make it exactly like it used to be. Gosh, there was an athletic director here not long ago, and he insisted that they take out 4,000 seats so we could dress up the boxes, the luxury boxes, put thicker carpet, put shiny windows in there, and dress it up for the rich fans or the people who could afford it. I mean, you wanted to act rich in order to afford one of those luxury boxes. But did we have to take out 4,000 fans? The University of New Mexico led the country in attendance several years in a row when it had 18,000 capacity. And then one day, it's in the newspaper, we see pictures here, that the pit's not the same. They took out 4,000 seats. And then the basketball changed. 4,000 fans that could be in the pit were out in the parking lot listening to Mike Roberts on the radio or at home wondering what's going on at the pit tonight. What happened to our ticket? Oh, don't get any of us started on that subject matter. We had the greatest arena in the country, and it went to mediocre overnight. We had the greatest basketball environment for college basketball, period, in the country. Bang, gone overnight. The recruiting power to go get great athletes from all over the country, bang, gone overnight. Sad, very sad. You saw how jubilant Marvin Johnson got when we recall those great days. And you talk to any of his teammates today, and they almost shed a tear. Some of them do. I'll never forget that era because I started my broadcast career in that area, in that era. And it meant so much to me. The photographs I have of the players and Coach Ellenberger, and watch them blossom in their respective careers. Talking the other day with Mark Felix, point guard from East LA. Wow, the stories he tells when Coach Ellenberger or John Wisnett went into that tough area of California and found him. And he averaged 30 points a game then. But Coach Ellenberger went there to say, I've got a role for you. I need you to play a role. I need you to distribute the ball. Come in off the bench for Russell Saunders and do this and do these various things. And Mark was so excited to play in that building of 18,000 fans for pound, the greatest coach in the country, in my opinion. Fun, exciting, but those days are gone. But we're going to bring them back someday. Someday I'll figure it out to get all those former Lobos in one place at one time and go live. So you'll enjoy that someday soon. I heard my producer say something, I'm not sure what he said, because he talks real low. But he can, there, I heard him, yes. So Today we are supposed to have a feature story on Steve Haskins. Yeah, Haskins, the great name from El Paso, the son of Don Haskins. Yeah, Steve was an athlete himself, was an Aggie golf star, played on the PGA Tour. And his dad, Don Haskins. They made a movie of his dad recently. Yeah. Wow. Talking about his life and the great Texas Western team at that time, beating Kentucky in 1966. Glory Road. I watched that movie a lot. Well, because of technical problems in Steve's computer today, we're going to do it next Monday. I want you to watch this show next Monday, 11 o'clock. You'll meet Steve Haskins. Great athlete he was in El Paso, at New Mexico State, right down the road, 40 miles away from Dad, who was the great basketball coach at UTEP. And back in the day, when his Miners won the NCAA men's basketball championship against Kentucky, it was unprecedented what he did. 5 black athletes, African-American athletes on that team, but only 6 or 7 played in the game, all African-American, beat Kentucky for the national championship. Wow, what a fascinating night. And you and I were old enough to watch that game on television. He said something again, but I couldn't hear him. Lou Bedoin, remember Sweet Lou? Great athlete at Sandia. And he went to El Paso instead of play for Bob King. That was strange, but he'll never forget the days with all his teammates who went in 1966, way back in Maryland, and he and his Miners defeated Adolph Rupp and Kentucky for the national championship. We'll see you on Monday. Here's our sponsors. Again, great people who want to provide this show for you. There's not another podcast like it. This one has different variety for you. A lot of excitement. And we'll see you on Monday. Thank you, Alden at ProView Networks. Thank you, Jimmy Tran, our producer. And think of a big story. Give it to Henry T. We'll make it even bigger. Have a great day. All of you on Henry T. GameFace Live, Comcast 26. See you soon. Take care.